Let's go. So, volume profile. This is not something new. We have been using this in our group for a long time, right? Since we started Discord. And so let's start from the basic concepts, so you understand what it is. And so we know when I talk, you understand the terminology. So the ChatGPT, I was curious. I was looking for to see how the ChatGPT gave this answer, right? It's really, really accurate. So what is a volume profile? Is a advanced charting indicator that display trading activity over a specified time periods. Let's say usually I would say, okay, what is the last week price action? Like you can do it either in like this is a Schwab or TOS. So let's say I want to see a week, and then I would say, okay, how many days, right? Like this is not as intuitive as this trading view. So trading view, you can say, okay, so I want to see 7 last week from 7 to 10th is the last whole week activity. Now I want to see what's happening. What's the low? So clearly you see the low is well 57.25 and the high was 58.70. So the whole area is called the profile, but then the volume profile. But then so there is called the POC, point of control. I like this part about TOS. That's why we always use this. And during the day trading, I'm always using 15 minutes. So 15 minutes clearly POC is 58.31. You know, the red center one. What is a POC? POC is the most volume at this price, meaning buyers and sellers, they agree this is fair price. So I'm willing to pay for this. You're willing to buy for this. So the most traded hands here. And so basically, this is the value area high, 58.46. And this is the value area low, 57.73. So imagine this is the bell curve. This is really a, most people like I say 68%, but most people said like 70%. This is 70% of the profile. This is called the like a value area. But this part, we outside value area high, value area low, also part of the profile. It's just not as much volume. So we call it value area, but it's the whole profile is the whole period, like Monday through Friday. That's 1 week of worth of activity. How do you use it? I mean, you can talk about this jargon whole day long, right? The key is how you use it. So you have value area high, I just talk about the value area low, and all this. And you have a different kind. Okay, so it's really just basically bell curve, like price distribution. And then you can imagine as a pendulum. And so the POC is the center 0, and you have this left, right, like value area high, value area low. The whole area is 68%. But as I said, most people just said 70, including myself. But what is the difference between this the profile? This is 1 standard deviation, but Bollinger Bands is 2 standard deviation. That's why a lot of people use the Bollinger Bands as strategy, meaning if price hit the higher band of the Bollinger Band, you have 95% chance being right. The price is going to come back down. And if the price hit the lower the band of the Bollinger Bands, you have 95% right if you go long. But doesn't mean you're always right. It could fail too, right? So anyway, This is really what it means, really just one standard deviation. And you will see different kind of volume profile. Like you see, this is a perfectly balanced, meaning price really not going much anywhere. Either I would say like top or bottom on the distribution, or like a doji day, smaller price range. If you see something like this, I will call like a P shape. Price went up so fast. So you don't really have a lot of trading activities on the lower part of the value area low. So with meaning buyer step in, this usually a trending day. And usually could also be a top. Like if you start to see your value area low, POC come lower, which is what I'm watching for next week for ES. And so this is called the B shape. B shape, you can see either accumulation or distribution. Like that's why you have breakout trade, right? If you like price break out this thing, you said, okay, I'm gonna go long because there's not much volume to stop you go long. But it also could be if price break below the value area low, there is not much support, so it's gonna be waterfall. So okay, so that's how we that's the definition. Now you're looking at 15 minutes, and I want to go back to our Thursday plan. Okay, what's Thursday plan? Here, where is it? Here, 10th, right? 10th. So that's a CPI day. I said, watch ESNQ 15 minutes, 30 minutes show that the morning low may be retested as 58.11 and 203.10. So let's look at it. That's the 2000, okay. Slightly different now, changed a little bit. So without a 2 days activity would be here. So we were watching 58.18 with the bottom of this little profile here, this little curve. But below this, there really no volume, it's volume gap. That's why I warned that this volume profile changed a little bit. If 58.12 would have be a little bit support here. And it exactly hit here and then went up. And our target what? 58.50, right? So we did call and did really well. And on Friday, I said, as long, this is also our 15 minutes reversal. I said, as long as 58.18 holds here, because you have a higher low, and we're gonna go to higher. We had SPX 52. 22, which would be 58.70 for ES, which is exactly to the T. So that's how we do it, right? So what's next? And you can see, like we have our wave indicator to help us, right? We have 1, 2, you have POC here. Like I said, this little area, if price below this area, your value area high could serve as a resistance, and value area low could serve as a support. But if you're below the whole area, this area is your supply zone. Now where the price is 53.30 right here below, and there's nothing until the value area high 58.47, which is the breakout area. But that doesn't really have much volume until really 58.38 here. And that's why I draw a line here, say if we lose 58.38, now your minor support is 58.31. So this area 58.38 to 58.31, you watch for reversal up to go long. But if you're losing this area, let's say you have like 1, 2, I would say 3 here, 4, and 5, right? And so now we have a drop. If we have base, and then we have rally, we could continue rally, because on 15 minutes, so when we do day trading, going back to the basics, we use 16 minutes as a curve. What's curve? Price range. Your football field, from one goal to the other goal, how long, how much room you can run, right? So, and then we use 15 minutes as curve, like trend, 5 minutes entry. So we were shorting here. Why did we short? Because we had a stretch. We have stretch like a reversal down, right? One of the reversals on 15 minutes. And so the entry is 58.64, and your stop loss is 58, I don't know, 70 or 68, very tiny stop loss. And now you are already, if you do full contract, you are already up more than 500 bucks, okay? So now, if price drop here and then drop base rally, measured move, see the highlighted area, measured move, could send this to near 5,900 area. But if the price drop, base drop. So this Friday low could serve as a small support, but as you can see, you don't have much volume here. So losing this like a pendulum, where is it going? Going to the value area low, right? So it could go back to 58.70, 58.80, 57.80, 57.70, this area. That's the plan, right? That's exactly in our weekly plan, how I'm preparing for the coming week. So you have key levels and what to watch and how you watch it. So when we go long, we have a lot of newcomers, and so we do the stretch. What exactly stretch? Stretch really, I mainly trade reversal. I mean, you could trade continuation, like a reversal on 15 minutes. Like for example, when we did a SPX call on Friday, here, right? It was in this area. We said SPX is gonna go. So as soon as we have the 15 minutes reversal, right? You have a drop base rally, and clearly 15 minutes breakout. You go long here. We did call, and that's 15 points. That's quite explosive move. So I entered here. This green candle, $4.30, and then it retests all the way back to the bottom. And then I said, okay, this long wick is so big because buyers step in, so it's gonna go. So usually I watch 50% of this tail to go long, but it didn't drop that far, so I added more. And you can take some profit here and you hold the free one run. So that's how we use volume profile, how we use stretch, right? So anyway, that's really what is. And let's look at it, crude. So crude, we have 15 minutes reversal, right? So I went long and I put stop loss here, but it came all the way down. And also I see this long tail, meaning how buyers step in. So I was watching, and as soon as I see this, I went long, I added 2 more contracts. And now it's already blew my stop loss got triggered. So, but if I do 3 contracts, I made it 1,500 bucks. That's like effortless. There's not much effort at all. Now, whether they're gonna make a W bottom, I think they could. But what I don't like about this is it's a daily. When you look at daily, we had daily breakdown, right? Daily reversal down. Daily reversal down using stretch. I can see at least go to 73.40 and then MACD crossover too. But clearly the trend is up, right? So impulse retracement, and coming to this area really just retest the breakout. So make a W bottom and going higher to some 79. So I have a limit order at 71.80. I don't know whether I'm gonna get filled. If it doesn't get filled, I don't care. If I get filled, then I 71 to 79, I'm making $8,000 on one contract and only requires $6,000 the margin. So anyway, that's that. And someone asked me about natural gas. Natural gas is the peak is in. So at the old contract, I said it was 2.9. I don't know how different between the new contract and old contract. So basically this wave 5 is done. So we're gonna have 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. That's how natural gas is gonna go from here on. That's really all I want to cover. And I don't know, we have 3, 4 newcomers. If you guys want to ask questions, you're more than welcome to ask anything. We're like open book. We have nothing going on this right now at night. Questions? No questions? So for NQ, it's the same thing, right? We are below. When you see profile like this, high and POC are so close to each other, it's an indication the price is gonna drop. Kind of, especially when these two, like sometimes you see these two literally next to each other. Next day, it's guaranteed the price is gonna drop. So when something like this happen, I think price is gonna drop, and I'm looking forward to it. But NQ really never hit our target. I have a screen, so okay. In our library, this is how I said it. Like I have 3 moving averages, and when I trade at daytime, I usually watch NQ. I watch 5 minutes. But for see natural gas is gonna come here. For like you see 1330 EMA, and then I also have I don't know what this is, like for ES here. This is 1330 EMA, and this green is how moving average. How moving average, I put 30 as input. This is free indicator in my platform, like TradeStation. I don't really pay a lot of stuff, but the wave indicator I paid it, and I've been using for years. I think it's part of my trading. Like if you look at all the swing trades on stocks, we mainly trade wave 5 up, which has the most success. So that's usually I have a class like how to trade future here, like how you always follow the trend, and the reason why yeah, that's TradeStation. You follow the trend because every time you have impulse, the retracement so tiny, right? So impulse and tiny retracement, impulse, and here could go up again, right? So when you have really strong up momentums treating the counter trend, you don't really get a lot of meat out of it. So that's why but if it's downtrend, then you could, like here you have lower high. This is a rally base drop, and then price retested, you can short again, and price retested, you can short again, right? So that's like kind of, you have lower high, lower low. This is clearly downtrend. So So, okay, so what else? That's how like this is the tape. Like I can see some days you hear me saying, hey, I'm seeing futures all buying. So this is ES future, right? When the price keep going higher, 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 you know that like white color is buying, the dark color is selling. Some of the trending days you can see like keep moving up. That's like a futures all buying. And if it's at the bottom, like at this area, back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. But price review is going lower. That's the accumulation. Like when price was doing this, I call this accumulation, and clearly we were right? So just you make one. There's really not much so I usually watch ES on 30 minutes, like you can use 30 minutes reversal too, or 65. Some people using 65 minutes. Why is that? Because you have eight candles, 7 candles a day, right? Because we don't have the whole day, right? We have only uh, like 65. How many hours from 8:30 to 3:30? Yeah, so that's how many hours we have. So you have a full like a candle. Some people using that. You could do that too. So you can see a reversal, right? This is clearly reversal. Drop base rally, you can go long, and drop base rally, you can go long. So on larger time, the larger the time frame, the safer it is. So that's how I set up my trading screen. Like you see the lines, yellow line. So this blue line is week high, week low. Yellow line is day high, day low, day high. You see here is yellow, here is blue because this I want a smaller time frame my trading. But this day high also the week high, right? So if you have break below 58.16, if you look at daily stretch, my next target would be a little messy. If you're not used to it, it would be also 57.80. So using stretch like breaking below 58.16, the next target would be next day low, would be 57.80. So I think the 57.80 is coming soon. If you look at 2 hours, yes, um, it tells me 5,700, which is what I was expecting the whole time. Here is really the trend line where the interaction here, like where the two support and resistance where crossover. So that's really making sense, right? So I'm looking forward to the drop. Okay, we have my screen set up in our library. So you could go there to check. There are a lot of our indicators and all that. Okay, what else, guys? That's great. Okay, let's talk about how to like do trend, right? So for example, our recent this guy went up a lot too. And then who else went up? VRTX. VRTX went up huge too. So this ticker I gave at let me see. This is daily wave 5. So 446, right? I give. This guy also went up almost 10%. This is all in our swing channels. Yeah, I just do add money or like Like for example, I have an option chain open. So depending on the day too, like the day of the time, right? So you can see expect move on your option chain. So tomorrow, Monday, the expect move is almost 37 bucks, right? So if in the morning, the first 15 minutes, I usually don't trade. So 58.15, and we have our levels already, right? So we already know ES could very possible test the 58.38, 58.31. And then when ES hitting that level, we need to be on high alert. So that would be 57.80, right? 57.80 in that case. Okay, I will see whether it's going up or down. If it's in the in the morning, hit that level already, I may do, and then we still have a lot of time left and expect move. We have plenty of time to reach this. I would do anything less than $5 strike, ideally like $2-3. But if it's in the later of the day, then I will only wait until the last hour because lunchtime usually is not moving much. So you could like a premium, like Friday, for example, when I did an SPX, 2 candles eat my premium like 70%. It went down to $1 from 4. I'm like, okay, I think I made it totally about 15,000 on Friday. I was like, okay, I'm having like 2 contracts. I don't care if it's go to zero, go to zero. But I have to trust my own analysis. So I added more, which is wrong. You should not average down your losing position, but I did, and I just held it anyway. So I have a rule, like a last trade of the day, less than $1,000 premium. Like the max I allow is $1,000. Did I answer your question? Okay. Um, yeah, so for us, like we do a lot of I don't know whether you guys know Mark Minervini, like the guy won 3 times world trading champion, the guy. He has a book called Trade and Think Like a Champion, whatever. I did a book summary for his for his book. Let me see. Here, this one. So this he is really smart. And then the more I think of it, the more I think he's smart. Okay, I'm gonna give you example how we did PNW and team and net, right? Let's say net. So I'm seeing net going to about this high. And why is that? Because let's look at the trend. Why trend is very important, right? So clearly this is uptrend. Low, higher low, high, higher high, right? So this is impulse and retracement. So if in a deeper pullback, you would expect price come down to this area. But if it's a really strong up momentum, you expect price to come down to this area. But so we went long here. We went long here and then we didn't take profit. And I said, if price drop below this pivot point, it's gonna come much lower, and we did. So how Mark does it? Mark is smart. We hold this ticker since when? Since April. And I added, and so this is a Mark, his entry, 85. And exactly where we entered, right? But we held this all this time, wasted a lot of emotions. So he's like contraction 1, contraction 2, contraction 3, and he enters at breakout. But for us, if we got stopped out here, our entry is here, like a drop base rally. And so part of it is you have positive divergence here, like oversold, positive divergence, and MACD cross over all that 9 yards. And it's really went up a lot too, from 66 to 86. It's not bad. That's like a 30, 27%, right? So Mark enters and immediately he got rewarded. Immediately. So that's how our entry is. And we probably add on more here. But this whole impulse and come back to the interest area, right? And PNW too. So PNW, we entered at this drop, like when the earning cross, right? So I actually, in our weekly newsletter, I only calculate from here. I didn't even calculate from here. If I calculate from here, we have more than 50% gain, really. But I calculate from here. So you have contraction 1, contraction 2, contraction 3, and you have a higher low now. Higher low is where you start paying attention, and his entry is at 344. So you either using time, like us, we enter here, okay, I know it's a good stock, so I'm entering at 260, 280, and I just hold it, I don't even watch it. I know my target is here. This is my target, given long ago. It was also given in August, July sometime, right? In our swing channel, and finally hit our target. So, okay, so if we hold this long from August to 2 months, we get what, 80% return? Or you want to hold for a week, get 10%. For me, I like this better. That's my style. But if you prefer Mark's style, that's how I did a summary on this. So that's how he calculated all the contractions. I don't know whether you guys can see. So contraction 1 drop how much, contraction 2 drop how much, and 3 drop how much. And the drop is getting smaller, and you start to see higher lows. And then that's how he enters. Like same here, like contraction 1, 2, 3. Now you have a higher low. You start to pay attention now. So that's his entry breakout. Our entry is here. Or you can do entry on the retest here or retest here. So we hold longer, but ours could fail. He is kind of like not a very high chance failing. That's he cheat. So he cheat entry same as ours. When he have really high conviction on a ticker and he cheated, he does the same way. Cheat like see here, entry here. Usually he enter at where the D is, but he enter at the C, cheating. That's how we usually enter it. But you get higher return, especially on good stocks, which is good, right? So I don't mind holding a ticker for a year and get 70%. Not to mention 2 months get 70%, right? So our other great tickers, CAD, CRM. When did we enter CAD? We enter CAD at 310, and it's drag and drag and drag and drag. It didn't go. But it finally went. It gave us 30%, right? From the end of July to mid 2 months, gave you 30%, guys. I'm very happy. Many of us made very good money on this. And so, okay, Mark entry is 355. He made $45, but we made 70 some dollars, right? Not almost $100 here. So do you want to hold longer, making double or triple what he makes, or you want to like hold shorter time and just make the last a little bit? For me, I like this because I know the sticker. We already read the sticker, right? Crosstrek. Crosstrek, one of the students, lucky dude, this is clearly uptrend, right? He said, Jade, I want to short the sticker. And I said, I don't know, you could, but it's going against my principle. You could do anything you wanted to. You can short and make money too if you're really good at it. It's clearly daily reversal here, right? I mean, there's no question. It's uptrend, but daily reversal. And then I gave 275, and I think I gave another level here for entry. And hit 275, and my target my target was 309, like on hourly in swing channel. Within 1 week from 275, you don't have to exit your entire position, right? You can, okay, hit 309, you can exit, I don't know, 60%, holding because there's nothing there up. Go above, the second target will be 316, right? But above 316 is a gap. So you can go all the way to 340, and it went to 323. 275 to 323 in a week. That's beautiful. I mean, if you do Sam's weekly option, you are making a killing. And so speaking of Sam, you could have done this. I don't know whether this is, I usually don't do weekly option. We rarely do weekly option. We probably would have done this 310. We would have done 310. So let's just for curiosity, right? CRWD 310 paste. Okay, so we always use 15 or 30 minutes. I usually use 30 minutes. Like here, our entry, you have 3 moving averages. This one didn't even cross. MACD positive crossover, so your entry here, right? So as soon as you see this, you're doing option right away. You have target 309. 309 from here to 309, that's $10 move. And $10 move, this went from $5 to 13. So 13, you could exit the, I don't know, 80% and let a couple free one run. It went all the way to almost 18. So you could do the same. I don't know. I listened to some of his videos, Vegas, like 8 hours. I think the useful information maybe about 30 minutes, really. So anyway, and I mimic this. We really don't like the best option we did this week was SYM. The SYM was 32. So it doesn't have much liquidity on the option. So here we enter long. In that morning, I said SYM, no CLH, I think I warned CLH. I said it's about to start. So yeah, CLH in the morning, I said, hey, this is getting ready to start. So our entries here, and then target is 2 targets. One is 33 and 35. See, if you do that, your option 10 cents to 80 cents. That's 800%, right? So pretty good. On SYM, you could have done the same, like $23 to $31. You say 30. This one doesn't have a lot of liquidity, will be very hard to trade. But PNW, you could have done, I guess you could enter here $1 and to $5. So I don't know. So that's how we usually trade our. We trade option, but not often. We do the TSM. I bought shares on MSTR, but you could have SMTR clearly your entry here, and there's no resistance here. So you could just go and go and go. So you could clearly buy the call option here at $2. And it was $9, right? Almost 400%, 500% return. So you could do a lot of things and cross-track. Team too. Team in our market recaps, like clearly this is your entry. If you miss here, there's another entry, right? So team on daily we said this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is your daily entry, right? Daily entry. If you, once you see this, you could go long, and then you could do team option call. We have a way to calculate how long it takes for price to get there. Okay, so 180 at a time. So you could have bought 82 cents and it went to $14. Team. And net the same, right? Net is the same on daily. You clearly have, you can enter here or here or here, doesn't matter. Say you enter here, clearly price about all the three moving averages. And MACD is about go positive, go bananas here, right? And then you go to the option, let's say your target is 95 or at least 87 net. Okay, so let's say we give 2 weeks, 89, say $90. $90 has the most open interest here. Okay, your entry here for 67 cents. 67 cents, and it went to 530. So now I'm gonna do more and more this in our, like we follow the same rule as we do before. Like in our swing channel, we have a lot of V5 like say Futu, right? Futu in the morning, I said, hey, I bought Futu here. Because I already expect this thing can come back down to retest 100 some, and it did. And so we got in. And if you look at Futu daily, so daily doesn't look too good. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could drop lower to let's say CWAB. So clearly this is wave 5, right? CWAB, let's say. You could, if you want to go on daily, I think it's going to be consolidate for much longer. I think while you look at the MACD, the drop momentum hasn't slowed down yet. So for the three moving areas to come close to stick together and go, this two has to come up and this has to come back down. So I'm probably gonna watch, not enter yet until it's consolidate maybe towards the end of end of the October, this thing will go. But clearly you can see the target is going to be 62. So you watch like 3 moving areas like this, and then you start to go long on option, like give it 2-3 weeks out. So anyway, that's how I would suggest to do. Okay, so have any more questions? Is it helping? Is it what you're expecting, or good, useful improvements? Cut back? Okay, let's take 2 more questions, and then we some areas pretty late. Okay, no more questions? Okay, if you guys have no more questions, I'm gonna let you guys go. No problem. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow morning. And then I won't be treating next week for the first 3 days. Okay. All right. Bye.